A back lockstep in cha-cha-cha is usually done on 4 and 1, which is also known as cha-cha-cha, but it can also be done on 2 and 3, and it can also be done in a continuous way where you're dancing it on 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Take a look. 4 and 1. Again. 2 and 3. And again. 4 and 1. Four and 1. 2 and 3. 4 and 1. And 4 and 1. 2 and 3. 4 and 1. Just as what we did with the forward lockstep, we're going to name each step of the back lockstep. It will be step 1, step 2, and step 3. Take a look. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 of the back lockstep. Step 1. Step 1. As you can see, I'm stepping onto the ball of the foot. Step 1. Step 1. It's really important that you step exactly on the ball of the foot, but more specifically on the bone of the ball of the foot, and that you really press it into the floor very, very strongly. As I always say, ball of the foot should be the highest possible ball of the foot. And that means the highest that you can lift your heel up without lifting the bone of the ball of the foot off the floor. So, like this. With the bone of the ball still pushing into the floor, but the heel going as high as possible. The reason for this is this sort of placement makes your foot the strongest possible, and you always want strong feet. Take a look again. Step 1. Step 1. Highest possible ball of the foot without raising the bone of the ball of the foot. Step 1. Another very important point in the first step of the back lockstep is how straight your knee should be. It should be extremely straight, hyperextended if possible. You can do a little test and to see if rocking from one foot to the other, if you're solid, then it's strong enough, your knee is strong enough, and the ball of the foot is high enough. Also, as always, your heels should be pushing inwards in all steps and toes slightly out. This means that your step is not going to be done this way, with your heel facing out. Your heel should definitely be facing in, and not only are you on the ball of the foot, but you are on the inside edge of the ball of the foot. So try not to be on the outside edge of the ball of the foot because this will throw you off balance, but push on the inside edge of the ball of the foot. And one last point, as always, I would like all walks to be done in one line, whether you're going backwards or forward. This means that this first step of the back lockstep is going to be on the same track as your front foot. Step 1. Step 1. Some of the most common mistakes that I see in the back lock are step 1 being done not in the same track as the standing foot, like this, or step 1 overcrossing into another track, which is also wrong. You want the foot to be hidden from your view if you're looking into the mirror. So definitely stepping in that one track. Another mistake that I often see is dancers going on the outside edge of the ball of the foot, which makes them quite weak and not strong, and therefore not balanced. So you should definitely be pushing into the inside edge of the ball of the foot. Another mistake that I often see is dancers not pushing the bone of the ball of the foot into the floor, but stepping on their toes, like this. This is not going to hold you, it's not going to help you with balance. So this is not good. Instead, you want this. Onto the bone of the ball of the foot, on inside edge, aligned with the front foot. Another mistake that I see is dancers stepping onto the bone of the ball of the foot, but not lifting their heel to the highest possible. Like this. This is also a weak foot. Your foot is really the strongest if it's on the ball of the foot, when the heel is the highest possible. So definitely make sure to be stepping onto the highest possible ball of the foot, with the bone of the ball of the foot still pushing into the floor. Step 2 of the back lock step is getting into the Cuban cross position. So you get into the Cuban cross and the back lock step from step 1. You will be pushing from your front foot and bringing it into a cross. So, as the name suggests, Cuban cross, you cross your feet. So, in a normal, regular walk, whether it's back or forward, you're always walking in one track, but in the Cuban cross, you actually cross your feet, like this.